Let's just smudge. Hello, my beautiful tribe. Welcome to your May 2022 readings. It will be time-stamped earth, air, water, fire. So you can just go directly to the reading that you want to hear. Apparently, I did not think this set up through. Okay, well, we're gonna do the best we can. So, hope you're all doing well. How is everyone doing? I know April's been April. April's been a bit much, I think, for everyone, especially for me. And this new moon that we're coming, depending on when you watch this video, but the new moon on Saturday, which is the Taurus new moon, is also an eclipse. So I'm starting with the earth signs first. Earth, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And hopefully May will settle down a bit. It's all about clearing out, guys. I'm so tired of saying that, but it really is. And things we thought we were over, and then we're going to have Mercury's retrograde coming in, and you're going to have people from your past showing up. Around yourself, which is interesting because your greatest challenge is taking care of yourself, and you're in a lot of root chakra energy. Your challenge is your third eye. So, based on this, earth signs. Now, remember, this is a collective reading. So, I am feeling, especially for myself, I'm feeling a lot of hip, lower back pain, legs, just really just drained energy, like just really tired. I just feel like this heaviness. And it's not that that's the kind of month you're going to have, but if you're feeling it physically, there's something mental and emotionally that is trying to clear out. So really, really pay attention to what your body's telling you. The past influence, your third eye chakra. So this feels like there are a lot of you that are either coming into your gifts or expanding your gifts. I do also feel like there's a lot of childhood memories, whether it's dreams, visions, whatever it is, something with the childhood is coming through. If you haven't been sleeping well, you're going to start sleeping better. It's a lot of paying attention to your needs instead of what everybody else is expecting of you. So I feel like in May, it's more about standing in your own power, taking care of yourself, self-care, self-needs, self-love. A lot of dreams is still going to go on, and a lot of synchronicities are still going to occur. Just be mindful of them. I feel like something with a black bird is going to be significant to someone. You're going to be thinking of something, and this, I almost want to say rare, but it's going to be a black bird that stands out to you. Just pay attention to what you were thinking or what you were doing in that moment, because it's going to be some kind of validation for you. Okay, so let's see. Earth signs. Okay, so we got the destruction card. So a lot of what's been falling apart is meant to fall apart, and it's falling away, and it's going to continue to do so. And the best, what's the word? The best advice, I don't know. The best thing to do right now is the wisdom. Just allow it to fall away, because deep down inside, you know that these people, these things, these places are just not working out for you, especially when it comes to work. I feel like for some of you, there will be a dramatic job, career, money change. Money in the good thing, especially if you're going through a rough time right now financially. May is going to be much, much better. Don't let what you've been experiencing financially be an indication that this is going to continue, especially if you're having a hard time. I do feel like for some, because you have financial and material gain. So all the earth signs, I feel like somehow are coming into money. It's something that you've invested in, whether it's energetically or literally, is coming back to you magnified, multiplied. So whether you invested in something and you didn't see anything, you're going to start seeing the reap the rewards of it. If you've been investing a lot of energy into something, like whether it's research in school, it's going to come back to you and pay off. And then for some, it's going to be either you're getting a raise, promotion, something is going to be elevated. I do feel like for some earth signs that have been out of work or struggling financially, that a huge opportunity is coming your way. Huge opportunity is coming your way. You'll know when the opportunity comes, right? One, your intuition. Here's the third eye chakra again. Your intuition is on fire. Do not dismiss it. Do not ignore it. Do not analyze it. Just trust it. Right now, whether you've been praying for guidance or asking for guidance, you have that shit in you already. Stop dismissing it. It's definitely leading you to where you want to be. It's not going to give you the direct answer based on what you think is going on, but it's definitely going to push you in a direction that you need to be looking. Let's put it that way. Temptation. Now, for this card, I feel like for some, it's going to be a like ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, some kind of an ex is going to come into the picture. And for some, I feel like it's going to be someone like a friend or a relative that you haven't seen in a while. And this person has or had questionable energy. There is a reason why you fell apart from this person. Once again, I'm not saying whether it's good or bad. Trust your intuition, because I do feel like you are being tested to show you this new version of yourself so that you don't respond the way you used to. So this is kind of a validation of the growth spiritually that you've gone through. Maybe, I think a lot of us, we don't realize, because it's just a clusterfuck and we don't realize what's really going on. We're just like, I just feel like, what are those fish that are just, they always struggle to like go to the top. I can't remember it, and I've seen it because here in Florida, I see it a lot. Anyway, I feel like if you've been struggling just to stay afloat, that energy is what you're coming out of. So you have the Triumph card. Now we have spiritual union. So I do feel for some, you've met somebody recently, or if you're in your divine union, obviously this does not apply to you. If you are not, if you are single, or if you're going through a divorce and you're with the wrong person, your divine counterpart is showing itself. If they didn't already, they will. Trust the timing. You got perfect timing. So when it comes to love, trust the timing. It's not your job to force this connection. It will come when you are, I see how it changes the light, when you are ready, within the next few months. So I feel like this month feels like, I'm going to put that aside because I want to feel into this more. I feel like for some of you, if you're starting a business or a venture, or you're thinking of moving, don't get frustrated if things aren't falling into place the way you want right now. I feel like this is something that will begin to fall into place, because it's going to take you to a space, a place that you couldn't figure it out right now. So there's like these little steps that it's taking you through to bring you to this highest and greatest good. So don't feel like things are falling apart with that, because it's not. It's just not going the way you think. For some of you, I feel like either you're going through some kind of separation, some kind of divorce, some kind of like legal stuff obviously this doesn't apply to all the earth signs, but some kind of legal issue you're going through. And maybe it's been dragging out, and maybe you've been thinking like, oh, I should just give in and just speed up the process and let it over. No, once again, trust your gut. If there's something you're waiting on, continue to wait on it. It will go in your favor. One, you got to trust the timing and the way it's going to end. You have peaceful resolution. So, and I feel like it's interesting for some going through this kind of separation, you have past life activation. So this has like some kind of karmic healing, some kind of karmic energy that you are healing. And that's why it's taking the time that it's taking. You know, it's not going to dissolve as quickly as you hoped or anticipated. So now I want to see what your angel messages are. What do your angels want earth signs to know right now? Okay. This is good to know. The end of a tough cycle approaches. You and your loved ones are safe. I'm going to trust your intuition. The answers you need are coming. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. So this is a time of you finding that balance. You know, to say just trust your intuition 100% without your logical mind getting in the way is not realistic, especially if you are one of the earth signs that like to overthink and overplan. However, it's time to find that healthy balance between the two. When you're getting frustrated and things aren't going the way you expect them to go or want them to go, you know, let go of the reins a little bit and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what do you need to do? What can you do? Sometimes you just need to just listen to your intuition. It's going to maybe shift your focus slightly. That's going to take you into a quicker, easier path that you may have not considered. A time to give rather than take. I do feel like for all of us collectively, we are learning to be authentic, be ourselves, share our unique gifts, skills, talents. And May, I feel like that's what May is going to be like. Us standing more in our power and who we are rather than fitting into this box that obviously collapsed a while ago. So my earth signs, I hope that resonated with you. On Saturday, I will be doing the Taurus new moon solar eclipse reading, and that's going to connect to this one. This is just kind of like a little quick update on what's going on. I like the moon readings. They're more in depth because it has to do with the energies that we're currently in. But overall for May, you have exciting things coming to you. Just hang in there. You are definitely on the right path. So now air signs. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This is your May 2022 reading. So you have the sacral chakra energy, which is relationships. You have the root chakra energy as your challenge, and the third eye chakra as your past influence. So this relationship card doesn't necessarily mean romantic relationships, because I feel like for some air signs, you're going through family, friends, kind of reevaluating all your relationships. Learn to be honest with yourself and who really is worth your energy, and I almost want to say presence. Like some people, for instance, and I don't mean to say this and sound like it's like an ego thing. When I say your presence, I mean someone who's draining your energy. You know when someone just drains you and you feel bad for them because really they're a nice person, blah, blah, blah. But when you're around them, you are exhausted. You need like to sleep for 3 days after being around them. Those energy vampires, it's time to let go of, because you are not going to change the energy they are choosing to be in. So I feel like for a lot of air signs, it's about releasing, I almost want to say energy vampires. It's about balancing your relationships. Now, for some, this may be romantic, like you're in a relationship with a significant partner and they're draining you. You know what you need to do. You know what's best for you. But if you think by continuing to drain yourself that it's going to change their outlook or their energy that they choose to be in, the answer is no, it is not, which comes to the home card. So this is putting a lot of strain in your immediate home life. Whether you're not feeling supported, you're not feeling safe for some people, or safe to be yourself, you're not feeling like nurtured. It's for some, I feel like some, this may have to do with like a divorce or separation in a relationship, and you're kind of trying very hard to hold the home life together and make it work, like for the kids or for this or for that. But really, it's kind of like falling out of your hands. It's falling in between your fingers. Let it fall apart. It is meant to do that. And for everyone involved in the situation, you don't know what their purpose, their journey is about. So stop trying to save everyone. The influence of the past. Third eye chakra. So you're sleeping. Air sign sleeping patterns are completely like, you don't even know how many hours you sleep anymore. You go to bed like different times. You feel tired, but you're wide awake. Then you get up in the middle of the night. Like your sleeping pattern is way off. And it's going to continue to do so because there's a lot of unconscious thoughts that are coming through that need to be recognized. And the only time you're quiet enough is when you're falling asleep. And that's when they all come to the surface. So it's pretty important that you acknowledge your unconscious thoughts. And you know what they are, because a lot of things you don't want to deal with and you just dismiss it. The things you aren't dealing with will nag you until you address it. And when I say deal with it, I don't mean you have to fix it. Just acknowledge it. Acknowledge that it exists, and then you'll be able to move past it. So everyone's getting the destruction card so far. Okay, so because I think there are a lot of swift changes going on for all of us. And in some cases, it may feel like this destruction, like just everything's falling apart. Everything is just a hot mess right now. But you're making room for what you really want. If you had what you really wanted, nothing would be falling apart. So the things you keep focusing on that you want, the things that are in your heart that you desire are there. Just some stuff is blocking it. So just allow it to fall away. It's not about figuring it out, because you have the sacrifice card. So that means that you are willing to renegotiate what's in your heart. You are willing to sacrifice what makes you truly happy just to keep peace. And that's not the answer, because true peace does not need to be maintained. It just is. So eventually you're going to end up at this point. You can't avoid it, because it's about making a different choice that's more in alignment with your heart, and not making choices that you think people want you to do. So stop trying to fix. Stop trying to fix. So you have the shadow and the solar plexus. So this one feels like that there is a lot of anxiety going on. And I know collectively there's just a lot of anxiety. But the anxiety in this case has to do with your shadows, which goes back to the not sleeping right, because of the unconscious thoughts that need to just be recognized and you are avoiding. Those are your shadows. Shadows aren't necessarily bad. They're just hidden. And they're hidden because we just don't want to feel or deal with them. What's interesting is unplug from mass consciousness. So if you are a sensitive, you are definitely feeling the collective energy of anxiety, which is contributing to your own personal shit. So you probably feel overwhelmed by it, but not all of it is yours, which I think is why it's very important for you right now to take time for yourself. Do what makes you feel right. Stop trying to fix everyone else's shit. Take time for you. Maybe take a meditative walk for 10 minutes, or do a short meditation before you go to bed, or listen to a meditation as you're falling asleep. And do it not to distract anything, but to bring up what needs to be addressed. So it's so weird because everyone's getting within the next few months. So whatever is changing now is setting us up for the next few months. So we were all going into this new cycle. I feel like we are ending a lot of karmic cycles, a lot of repetitive generational cycles, a lot of ancestral stuff, a lot of conditioning from childhood. So that's why right now it's so rough. You do have improving health. So especially when it comes to sleep, you're going to be amazed just by acknowledging what you're trying to avoid and not fixing is going to like blow you away. How I'm going to burn some more patchouli. It's going to blow you away how much this nonsense has been weighing on you, and it's nothing to be so overwhelmed by, because it does. You have peaceful resolution, and then you have the no card. So if there is a repetitive question you're asking, which you already know the answer to, the answer is the same. No, there's something better. So there is something that you're holding on to that you are convinced this is the best that you can get. And the universe is telling you, no, it's not. You don't even know what the best is because you haven't given yourself a chance to even desire what the best is. So that's why I feel like for this reading, the air signs, sorry guys. The air signs are a bit more overwhelmed, which air is the mind. So you got the overthinking shit. I feel like the air signs are feeling it more. So your angel messages, your commitment is being tested. And I'm just smiling because I feel like the answer to no goes with this card. A personal issue reaches resolution. You are very close to achieving your goal, and your hard work is paying off. And this is the new moon in Capricorn. I feel like this new moon on Saturday is going to be the major shift that you've been feeling, you've been experiencing. I feel like something is going to change, and you're going to see the light, or the direction at least everything is flowing in, so you can like take a breath, relax a little bit. So my air signs, I hope that resonated with you. Now I'm going to read the water signs, which is, let's see if I remember the water. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So if you are a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, this is your May 2022 reading. Everybody has the same cards. It's so amazing. Third eye chakra, root chakra, third eye chakra. So the main card of your energy is family, your community, your tribe. So I feel like for some water signs, maybe you're feeling very lonely, like unsupported, like you got nobody understands you. But I feel like something is falling into place. Like you're finding your people, you're finding your spirit family. it's not like you have to look for them. It's just going to fall into place. So the month of May might take you in an uncomfortable route when it comes to meeting new people. So I feel like a lot of new people are going to come into water signs' lives, which water signs really aren't fans of that. So it's going to make you very uncomfortable. Your biggest challenge is your mind. Overthinking, overanalyzing. I also feel like for some of you, you might want to look into mastering something or learning more about something about learning and knowledge. Whether it's like go to school or research something, like kind of get more knowledge. I keep feeling knowledge with something you've been thinking about, you've been inspired with, which goes to your past challenge, inspiration. So in this case, I feel like a lot of things that have inspired you in the past, maybe they haven't worked out or worked the way you thought they would. And you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, like, I should just leave it, but it feels right to you. You just can't see how it fits right now. Don't lose that inspiration because something is falling into place. The mind. You're in a place where you're going to have to trust divine timing, divine intervention, and it's not about you figuring out how to do this. It's something that's just going to fall into place. So maybe journal, meditating, something to keep you out of your head, even if it's for a few minutes a day. You're going to receive downloads of information and you just can't really hear it because you're just overthinking. You're trying to let go. Like your intuition is inspiring you, but because you can't figure out how to make that work or fit in with what you think is going on right now, you're dismissing it when it's kind of reminding you like, this is who you are. This is what you came here to do. Once again, everybody's gotten shadow shit. So a lot, and I feel like your shadows are going to come up with whether it's social anxiety, anxiety of meeting new people, not knowing how to meet new people. There's some shadows that are attached to getting out of the routine and into exploring new venues, new people. So a lot of your shadows are hidden within that. You have memories of love. I feel like someone from your past, thank you, Mercury retrograde, someone from your past will be showing up. And what's interesting about this, I feel like this person from the past has something to do with the inspiration of the past. So either this person is connected to those inspirations or that inspiration, or somehow they're affiliated. Somehow they're affiliated. It's almost as if the universe is reminding you that you still feel passion about this. Don't dismiss it. There's more to it. Foundations and achievements and transformation. So I feel like for a lot of water signs, new opportunities are coming in for you. And of course, those new opportunities have to do with the inspiration that you can't quite figure out right now. Let's go to the light worker cards. Yeah, it's definitely, hang on a second. Okay, so you got a bunch of cards that fell out. You have earth, healing, and grounding. And if you remember, you have your root chakra. So this is you needing, I don't want to say you have to, needing to ground yourself and reconnect with nature. There's something about nature that maybe you're so consumed in your head, you're not like seeing the communication that nature has that will inspire you, that will motivate you, that will help you feel supported, that you're not alone. Because I feel like for a lot of water signs, you're feeling very lonely right now. And you're not. Then you have the family of light, which is, yeah, that's great. You know I have spiritual family and angels and blah, blah, blah. But, where are they? I can't like sit and talk to them, but you can. And the people that are no longer in your life or falling out of your life weren't your people anyway. You're coming into something so different, something you've never experienced when it comes to your soul family, is that you will be able to be you. Even if you can't figure it out yet, they're going to kind of bring this out in you through that inspiration, through that passion. They're going to bring it out of you, and they're going to admire you for it. Like there's no judgment. And I feel like, maybe it has to do with judgment, because right now we all are going through a lot of transitions when it comes to judgment, acceptance. So you also have initiation by fire and eternal now. What's interesting is with these two cards, you have 22 and then you have 12. And I feel like 1222 is a very significant number to you. Either you see it a lot throughout the day, but it's more of some kind of validation about what you're thinking. So since you're thinking so much, kind of when you see 1222, try to remember what you were thinking about or what you were trying to figure out, because there's something in the chaos of your thinking that is trying to inspire you or move you in a specific direction or even thought process. Something like that. So 1222 is significant. Let's see what your angels want you to know. I feel like almost everyone's cards are like the same. You are good enough. And what's interesting is that you have this card. Communication is key and you are good enough. And I feel like these two cards have to do with the new people and the, I can't put it into words, your routine, a new routine for you. So, and communication, yes, it's the throat chakra, it's speaking and listening, but it's also how you show up in the world, who you are in the world, because that's who you're vibrating. Throat chakra is all about vibration. So there's something that's going to transpire in May that's really exciting. Not only is it opportunities and a soul family, but it's either whether it's a belief, a pattern, or something like that that's going to shift so quickly. You're going to see everything differently. So there's something about the way you see the world, the way you see who you are is going to, it's going to do 180. You're going to be the complete opposite when it comes to whether it's negative thinking, self-judgment, things like that. Have faith in your dreams goes back to the inspiration and a time to give rather than take. And this one, I feel like they're telling you that who you are and who you came here to be is what the world needs. That's why you chose to come here. And being who you really are is who you're supposed to be in the world, is how you're going to help heal, is your contribution, your legacy. So this is when it's going to get uncomfortable. This is when the shadow shit's going to come up. But by the end of May, you're going to be in a very, very different place. So my water signs, I hope that resonated with you. And last but not least, fire signs. So this is for the fire signs. Aries. Hang on, my mind just went blank, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your fire sign reading for May 2022. So, see, same cards. And I shuffle them. So we're all going through the same chakras. So you have the root chakra. in your current energy. You have the physical health in your biggest challenge, and you have your sacral chakra in your past influence. Fire signs. I feel like this, you probably have the most intense time because we're going into like out of the water energy and into the fire energy. So and fire can be passionate and it can be angry and it could be loving and it's everything. Fire is also very transformative. All the elements play their part, but I feel like right now the fire signs are in an intense spiritual shift. You're physically feeling it. Like some of us are in the mind, some of us are in the emotions. We all have different ways that we're feeling it. Fire signs are feeling it physically. So the challenge right now in the home. I feel like for some of you, you'll be moving, or you're thinking of moving and you're not sure how you're going to move yet. That's going to fall into place on its own. And the number 4 seems to be very significant to you. Don't know why that came up, but the number 4 means stability. 4 means foundation. So your challenge is taking care of yourself, your physical health. If you are not feeling well, I feel like for some, there may be back issues, and not just low back, like just back issues. Either you're feeling, your back just feels weak for some reason. It's not necessarily that you have back issues, but lately you've been feeling a lot of misalignment, I guess we can call it, in your back area, especially up between your shoulder blades. Even though you didn't get throat chakra, I feel like in the middle of my back, it feels very tight, like you're carrying the weight, and it's like in the middle of the back. 1, find ways to release what you're holding on to. And I know I say this, but I'm trying to feel like trying to get them to show me what they mean rather than feel it. Burn shit. Clear out your house. Journal. Write stuff down that pisses you off and just burn it. Don't be afraid like, oh, someone's going to read it. Then burn it. It's something that you're holding on to in your stomach. I feel it in your gut, which goes to the sacral chakra, that you need to let go of. And this is the past influence. So for some, it may be sexual trauma or some form of trauma, whether it's related to sexual trauma or relationship trauma. There's some kind of trauma that you've been holding on to, even from other lifetimes. It's like you keep repeating something in each lifetime, and now it's time to clear it out. So it's overwhelming right now. It's this overwhelming, sinking feeling. Just acknowledge it. It's not about figuring out how to get rid of it or what you need to do. I promise you, it's really about recognizing it and allow it to surface. And don't judge it. Don't justify it. Don't just be with it. Just be with it. And when your mind starts saying, oh, but they're an asshole, but you needed to do, breathe in, and as you exhale, release that. There's no justification. And that's where true forgiveness and acceptance comes in. So I feel like you need to be with these emotions rather than react, because you're fire. You feel shit, but you react to it rather than express them or hang on to them. So I feel like for some fire signs, you're like a walking time bomb. And for some, you may have, let me see the other cards if the feeling came. Oh, see, I was going to say emotional loss, some kind of emotional breakdown, which is going to be very cleansing for you. It could be, an hour, a day, a week, whatever it is, there's all these unresolved emotions that need to come up, and they will. And you've been feeling it because you feel like you're going to explode, and it's going to be the best thing for you. And that's all you need to do is just be with it. Do not distract yourself. This is the temptation. Do not distract yourself with people from your past, going back to old patterns, old routines, binge watch, go out drinking, because I feel like drugs and alcohol may play a factor in this. Just you're looking for the escape. Don't escape it. Allow it to just come through. And what will you get from that? Firm foundation. So you are creating a sturdy foundation. There's the number 4 again. So, 4 seems to be very important to you. Prosperity begins, movement, choices, and decisions, and celebration. So for some of you, if you changed your job or career, you're starting something new and there's more money and more recognition. For some, it could be a raise or promotion. There's a lot of celebration going on. And it has to do with money. The other thing is, I feel like you're looking to move. And it's as if something unexpected in the area you want to move is going to show up, because maybe you can't figure out how you're going to get the money to move or go where you want to be, or is it going to be a good choice? Something is going to be very synchronistic in the process. And that's your validation that this is the right move. This is the right thing to do. This is what you need to do. So let's see what the light worker cards say. These cards are so big, they're so hard to shuffle. Oh, what's interesting is you have initiation by water and 4th ray of harmony. So, your opposite is water. But I feel like for some of you, you may be taking a trip, either like going to the beach, like a day trip, or maybe overnight. At the very most, it's overnight. With some kind of trip, whether it's to the beach, on a boat, something like that. There's going to be something very cleansing and relaxing about you being near the water right now to bring the balance to that feisty fire that you have. So you need something to balance it out. I also recommend when you take a shower or a bath, take either a cleansing bath with half Epsom salt, half baking soda. It creates a really interesting combination for your cellular body, your cellular memory. Take one of those baths, or when you're in the shower, just imagine that the water is clearing, transmuting. Especially if you have your breakdown, go in the water and just allow it to release. And as it goes down the drain, the water, you're letting it go. Something very significant with you and water right now. So I would recommend doing something ritualistic about when you shower or take a bath, or even if you do a foot soak. Make it a ritual to cleanse. And that's where the harmony comes in. Because the harmony is you balancing your fire energy with water. You need to give yourself some me time. I think that's what a lot of May is going to be, just kind of like not feeling guilty about doing what we want to do or what makes us feel good. So you have the card unlikely. And this card fell out with ask others from help. Ask others for help. Ask help from others. Can't wait. And I feel like you are trying to do things on your own and by yourself because perhaps you have trust issues with people. Just like all the other signs, tribe families, soul families are coming. Soul families are coming together. So you will have the people around you to support you, to bring out that authentic version of you. Not that I'm saying you're a fake, but I think we suppress who we really are so well that we don't even know what we're suppressing until someone else brings it out in you, like your dark side. till you meet someone who really knows how to bring out your dark side. You don't realize you could be that fucking dark. Same thing applies with the light. So being around the right people will bring out this version of you. The situation will improve, and then you have abundance. So you definitely, okay, this is the message I'm feeling. You're in your lowest point right now, and it's not going to stay that way. May is going to bring you a lot of unexpected changes. I don't know why I'm feeling the word path. So either you're thinking of, you're focusing on a specific path and something's going to, take you onto a different path. A lot of changes for the good are going to happen in May. Now let's see what angel messages are. You are good enough. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. And this is coming out for like, the good enough came out in another sign, and this balance, spirituality, and practicality in another sign too. But this is about you balancing, bringing that harmony. Some things may need more of your attention than others. Don't overwhelm yourself in trying to balance everything. A fiery climax approaches, which is why you focus on what feels right to you and balance it, because some things might come to an end. Some relationships, careers, something like that is coming to an end. Definitely, you're also coming into the end of this cycle. Confidence is your key to success. So, and I don't like that saying, fake it till you make it, because I believe, and it's not like I think this all the time, but I do believe it. Everything we have, everything we need is already there. It's just that we will tend to focus on the insecurities rather than the confidence. And what I'm learning is all comes down to where we choose to focus our attention. Energy grows where attention goes. You keep focusing on shit, that's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to experience. That's what you're going to feel. You focus on good, even if you can't quite see it yet, you will start to see it, because the energy begins, it builds up momentum, and then everything shifts. What we think has to manifest. That's just who we are. Oh, my ears ringing so loud. That's who we are. We are master manifestors. Now, to manifest consciously is a different story. It's not always easy, because wanting $1 million will be blocked by not thinking you deserve $1 million. And what you think you don't deserve is what is the energy going out there, not the conscious thought. And that's where I think May, for all of us collectively, is going to be showing us. We don't like what we see, then we need to refocus our attention and focus on the things we want to see, even if they don't exist. Because if you close your eyes, you'll see it. If I tell you close your eyes and I start describing a lemon and you can smell it and taste it, your mouth's going to water. Does it really exist in your hand? No. But your body responds to the thoughts, and then eventually later on, if you think enough, you're going to see a lemon, or whether it's on TV, in person, or maybe now you want to eat a lemon. I don't know. But it will manifest. Everything has to manifest. Everything starts with the thought. So, my beautiful tribe, I hope this resonated with all of you. I will see you guys. I don't even know what day. It's Thursday, the 28th. I will see you on Saturday, the 30th, for the new moon in Taurus solar eclipse. If you're watching this after that, then watch the new moon circle. I guess after this video. I don't know when it'll come in. Just watch it. Okay, guys, have an amazing May. I love yous. I wish you all an abundance of love and light. And this is going to be an exciting May. Good night.